Thank you for joining us for this webinar where we'll go through some product line updates. So as standard, if you have any questions, just put them in at any point and we'll get to them at the end.
Hello and welcome to today's webinar. In this webinar, we will discuss some product line updates from Horner. Today, we are going to go through some existing product lines and discuss the updates and changes coming later in 2026 and 2027. We will also preview some new products that will be entering the market in the not so distant future. Here is the agenda for today. We'll start with a quick look at the history of Horner and what we offer as an automation systems solutions company. Then, we'll go over some current product lines and their branding. Finally, we'll end this webinar with a preview of some upcoming products in 2027. Let's start with a review of Horner's history. Horner was one of the pioneers of the all-in-one controller concept. Our first OCS, or Operator Control Station, was released in 1998, along with our free all-in-one software, Seascape 2.0. This marked the release of the first viable all-in-one controller for machine builders. We have come a long way since then, and Horner has continued to advance and lead this product category for over 25 years. What does Horner offer? Since day one, we have prioritized a customer culture based on personal relationships. We strive to establish a personal relationship with our customers, allowing us to provide you with exactly what you need and to be there for you during the good times and the bad. We also deliver world-class products in a unified software environment. Since the beginning, Seascape has been our answer to a software package that programs every aspect of every product we sell. And we've continued to update and improve Seascape. In the most recent update, adding support for remote monitoring and cloud data storage features. All of this is in service of creating a business model that is customer forward. Ease of doing business remains at the core of our philosophy, especially when it comes to longevity. As providers of automation control solutions, Horner understands the importance of stability and reliability, even after years of use. Many of our customers are machine builders, and they want to continue to build their machine in its current form. To do this, they need suppliers who are committed to providing and supporting those products for years into the future. And at Horner, we stand firmly behind this. Now, let's look at some of our current product lines. On the left, we have the all-in-one product families, and on the right, we have the OCS modular line. Each of these lines seeks to target a different niche in the automation control solutions world. Horner provides a lot of choice, everything from cost-effective compact controllers to modular CPUs and to high-end premium all-in-one controllers. We're now going to zoom in and take a detailed look at each product series, starting with the Foundation series. These may seem familiar to some longtime customers of Horner, as these are existing products that we've reclassified under one unified umbrella. This series includes the XLE with and without Ethernet, the XLT with and without Ethernet, and the X2. These are all simple products that have worked reliably for years in thousands of applications. In the case of the XLE and the XLT, they've been used in tens of thousands of applications. This series works particularly well outdoors. They are compact, with good temperature specs, and screens that benefit from sunlight shining on them. The simple, monochrome screens work best when exposed to harsh sunlight. However, if graphics are important, then this series might not be what you're looking for. On the right, we have a table that compares features between other Horner controllers. When compared to our other series, the Foundation series ranks quite low. However, if you're looking for products which continue to offer stability and reliability, then this is the series for you. Next, let's look at the Prime series. The Prime series carries forward the capabilities and trusted performance of the XL series. For over 15 years, the XL series has been our headlining product, powering applications across a wide range of industry. And at Horner, we are continuing to maintain and improve this beloved series by modernizing the internal components and adding functionality for modern features. In terms of memory and speed, It's one of the highest ranking of all our product series. It also features excellent connectivity, although some methods rely on a paid license. This series, however, still uses traditional graphics objects. So if you're looking for a modern, contemporary feel for your controller's UI, then this is not the series for you. This series has a very reasonable price tag and is available in a range of screen sizes, from 4-inch all the way to 15-inch. Next, let's dive into the first of our new mainstream series, starting with the Micro series. The Micro series is the best product for when size and value matter most. They have been designed from the ground up to be reliable and feature-rich, whilst also boasting a small form factor and lucrative price. It is the ideal product for introducing color graphics to compact, simple machines. All the featured I/O is built-in I/O. However, this can be expanded with remote I/O if required. While not featuring top-of-the-line specs, this series features good memory, speed, and connectivity, especially when compared to other choices in its price range. This is one of our fastest growing product lines for all the reasons we've just stated. And when you're looking for a controller that suits smaller projects with smaller budgets or space restrictions, the Micro series is a no-brainer. Moving up the ladder a little bit is the very exciting upcoming Fusion series. Coming soon, Horner is bringing out this new hybrid controller series, bridging the gap between the Micro and the Canvas series. The Fusion series have the exact same form factor as the Micro series, however, with much better specs. This is because all of its I/O is located on DIN rail using OCS I/O. This leaves space on the controller body for better memory, speed, and graphics capabilities. The Fusion series is also more than qualified for complex machine configurations, as with OCS I/O, you can expand and add connectivity to your heart's content. This series is an obvious upgrade for both existing Micro series users and first-time users who are looking for a controller with a bit more power and flexibility, but the same tight space requirements and affordable price point. Next, we have the Canvas collection. The Canvas All-in-One series is our top-of-the-line product. The Canvas series are graphics forward, with operator experience and IIoT as its selling point. The Canvas series features our best memory, speed, and connectivity of our entire range. This includes support for OCS 360, OCS 360 Remote, Ethernet IP Scanner, MQTT Spark Plug, and WebMI, all built in by default and ready to use out of the box without any extra charges or licenses required. The Canvas series are ideal for when the face of the machine and its connectivity in the factory really matter. If you're looking for a controller that readies your machines for Industry 4.0, the Canvas series is the must-have choice. Next, let's look at the OCS modular range. When a traditional architecture is preferred, Horner delivers with an innovative solution for every price range. These modular CPUs can be paired with one of our HMI Connect touchscreens for easier operator interfacing. However, if that isn't a priority, we also offer low-end solutions that are designed to be used in a blind node setup, as not all machines require screens. There is no one price category for these controllers, as they range from some of the cheapest in our catalog all the way to some of the most expensive, depending on your use case and required features. Although Horner may be known for our all-in-one products, these new modular controllers are capable and feature-rich, and still benefit from our all-in-one programming software, Seascape, allowing you to build your machines in a familiar architecture, but with the power and ease of setup of Horner's development environment. Here we have each of the CPUs currently on offer in the OCS modular range. Starting on the left, we have the CPU 200. In many ways, this is most similar to a Micro series product. This is one of the CPUs with no graphics at all, and they are not a priority. However, it can be done using WebMI if required. It also shares a similar price point to most of the Micro series controllers. Moving up, next we have the CPU 250. This shares a lot of the same specs as the CPU 200, however, it comes with 34 built-in I/O points. Again, it doesn't feature any graphics and shares a similar price point to the Micro series. So, overall, this is a good alternative to the CPU 200 when built-in I/O is useful for your application. Next, coming later in 2026 is the CPU 260. From the front, this CPU could be mistaken for a CPU 250, if not for one glaring difference, that being the display connector port. This allows for the CPU 260 to support HMI Connect touchscreens. Internally, there is also a lot of improvements, including much faster memory and speed, better connectivity, and, of course, improved graphic support. Price point is a bit higher than the previous two CPUs, but it's still very reasonable for the amount you get out of it. And finally, we have the CPU 300. This is a Canvas tier product, featuring comparable memory, speed, and connectivity, and sporting the sleek and modern Canvas graphics objects. This CPU also comes equipped with a display connector port, allowing for the use of a HMI Connect touchscreen. This CPU, however, also comes with a built-in screen by default. This screen cannot be edited, however, and isn't designed for operator use at runtime. This is primarily designed for maintenance and servicing use, providing quick access to key information like IP and MAC addresses, live data tracking, and other key controller information. So with that covered, you now hopefully have a clearer understanding of the different product series we offer here at Horner. We are going to have a discussion about the I/O and software, starting with the product most commonly used if your machine control is mounted on DIN rail, OCS I/O. This is Horner's flagship I/O platform, featuring high-res analog, complex temperature sensors, and high-density I/O. OCS I/O can be installed as expansion I/O directly connected to a CPU, or as remote I/O with an OCS I/O base. However, if you require just a small amount of I/O, we have an alternative option with the Micro I/O. These are low-cost, digital-only I/O solutions designed to cover over 80% of typical low-cost applications. Currently, the only released member of this series is the 8 relay output, which is by far the cheapest way to add relays to a micro OCS style setup. Coming soon, we will have an 8 digital in only module, an 8 digital out only module, as well as a 4 digital in, 4 digital out. These should cover the majority of applications, especially at this lower price point. But what if you require some analog in a microsystem? Well, we have an available module called the CNX 116, which can act like a base if required and plugs directly into the micro OCS system, adding 3 analog inputs, 2 at 12 bits and 1 at 16 bits. Next, let's look at software. Firstly, we have Seascape. This is our all-in-one software package, which we have continued to develop and improve since its initial release in 1998. Seascape manages logic, HMI, I/O config, comms, tag databases in one unified tool. But more than that, Seascape works with every controller and product we have ever released. This is just another showcase of Horner's commitment to upward compatibility and reliability for our customers. Next, we have WebMI. This is Horner's solution for remotely monitoring and controlling your system over the web. As long as you have access to a browser and the local area network connected to your controller, then the same HMI screens will be available over the web with zero re-engineering required. If data monitoring is a bigger concern, Horner offers OCS 360, our cloud and IIoT platform. You can benefit from total visibility, historical data, dashboarding, alarm annunciation, and more entirely over the web. The OCS 360 cloud service is easy to set up and allows you to monitor and manage your machines remotely from anywhere in the world. It can also act as the foundation for AI-driven analytics. Finally, using the same secure tunnel architecture, We have OCS 360 Remote. Access your machines like you were on the factory floor from anywhere in the world. Perform downloads, uploads, bug fixes, and more, all from the comfort of your own desk. You can also control your machines remotely, making live changes to recipes and dials or switches from anywhere and at any time. That concludes our webinar for today. Thank you so much for listening, and the Q&A session will begin shortly.
Okay, so that is our line update for the moment. Just a note, we will not have a webinar next week. Um, so we'll be back the following week with firmware updates on the CPU modular controllers. If you have any questions after this, just feel free to get in touch with TechSport and we can follow up with you there. Okay, thank you all for joining today, and we'll catch you next time.